Okay, you're on camera, Brian. All right. Well, welcome to our carpentry operation. So I wanted to find out a little bit about you and why you're the best candidate for the job. So why don't you tell me a little bit about why you're applying for the position and what makes you the best person for it?
Well, I've always been a hard-working person when it comes to physical labor. I've been working with my dad since I've been about 8. I started off just doing small things like filling in holes with wood putty around windows and just giving me like meaningless jobs kind of. And then I've kind of worked my way up over the years, like carrying ladders, bringing stuff up from one of the roofs, and now I'm up to, I like do most of the measurements and cutting and help him do
What does he do for a living? Is he a carpenter?
He's a carpenter, yeah, general contractor.
And so what kind of carpentry does he do most?
He does a lot of, he's done a couple new constructions and like repairs and additions and
just about everything from finished carpentry to like
general contracting. Okay. It's just like he does everything.
Excellent. So one of the major components of any job is especially this one, because we're servicing clientele who can be pretty demanding, is that you be reliable. How do I know that you're a reliable person and that you'd be a reliable employee?
Well, I've always tried to be as respectful as possible, and I've never tried to keep anything from my superiors, because one thing I really like to take pride in is my work, especially like carpentry, because that's what I've been doing. That's what I've always loved to do, and I just don't like to disappoint. Okay,
and does that extend to, so reliability usually has more to do with a little bit, and I hear what you're saying, which is good that you're respectful. It's showing up on time, showing up every day, taking longer lunches than, those kind of points of reliability. Are those areas where you think you'd be strong?
Yeah, I think I always show up to the site early and wouldn't leave till it was cleaner than I started.
Excellent. Okay. Can you tell me about a time that you were presented with a problem and how you solved it?
There was one situation where I went away during school and on a vacation, and I came back and I had missed a couple days of school, and I just went up to my teachers, asked them like what I missed, what was going on, and made a plan to get the work back to them as quickly as possible.
So did you to get those things completed? Did you have to access any outside resources to make that?
Well, I think one of them was a project. I needed to like talk to some people, get some notes I missed.
Okay, excellent. Can you name a book or a movie that you'd take with you if you were banished to a desert island, let's say?
I'd probably bring some type of like survival book. I think
it's very practical. Most people come up with a way they'd entertain themselves, right?
Oh, right?
So yours would be more practical. Excellent, interesting. Can you tell me about some of your recent goals and what you're working on to achieve them?
I really want to advance in carpentry. I'd like to go through the apprentice program and work for the union, and just like to do that. That's what I've always liked to do.
So what kind of carpentry entails a huge number of different elements of carpentry? Are there any specific portions of carpentry, let's say like home carpentry or kind of more industrial carpentry, like what you see around a school or an industrial building? What would be the area you'd be really highly interested in?
I've always done kind of home carpentry, but I think I'd be pretty interested in bigger construction.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I'd like to work in like cities, building buildings. I like that.
What is it about that excites you?
Well, it's the city. I just like being in like a city environment, and I think being in like up high and maybe like a building like scaffolding. I like being in those situations.
Do you have a favorite city building, like in Boston or in the New York skyline, or any others that you think is particularly impressive to you?
I like the Prudential. I just like the...
It's big.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah, cool.
Placement, too.
Excellent. We have a lot of applicants for this position. Carpentry apprentice jobs are ones that people are highly sought after because they see them as being a stepping stone for a position that's not just a job but a vocation, like a long-term kind of undertaking that might last your entire lifetime. So we have a lot of people who are angling for this. What makes you stronger, better than them?
Well, I grew up in the city. I know the area. I wouldn't be like getting lost on the way to sites. Two things I've always liked the most is Boston and carpentry. So I've always been hardworking. This is the only thing I've ever really known to do.
So what I'm hearing from you is you have two passions. One is the city of Boston, and the other is carpentry. And this job would afford those two things for you.
Right.
Excellent. Do you have any questions for me, Brian?
I'm just wondering. do you send your apprentices to like certain job sites, or is it really just send them anywhere? Like, is it like more smaller construction or bigger construction?
No, it's not so much what level of construction it is as much as it is what are the staff members at those sites who have been trained as mentors. So
Okay.
I'd rather send you to a small level construction site, even if your interest is in larger construction, if the person at the small site is trained to train you,
Okay.
right? Because once you have those skills, then you can translate them from a small home to a larger building. And so it's more about lining you up with the right person.
Okay.
Right. So do you have anything else?
That's it.
Well, Brian, nice job. Congratulations for a job well done.
Thank you.